So, thank you everybody for coming out early, really early. Before I get started on all this presentation stuff, I want to congratulate this next person. I know he pays attention. It's our new CEO, Greg.
So a couple things first, thank you all, I really appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me. Second, George, I'll get you back. You're absolutely correct, I did not pay attention. I still remember with great appreciation and terror the very first year we were here, someone found out what day my birthday was, and brought a cake. Now there's a side story there. It was an ice cream cake, and those don't go in the refrigerator; those go in the freezer. So anyway, we learned that also that first. But and we sang "Happy Birthday" to me. Oh, so I don't love the attention anyway. But I do appreciate this. It's a great honor, and I'm excited about the direction that we're going. And all the changes that we've made and all the hard work we made. I think George and James are going to talk about some of those. And just the thing that makes all of this really possible is really you guys. So I appreciate everything that you guys do.
I got you that.
You got me that for what?
The list is long.
All right, guys, cool. I'm going to go through what a 2019 recap for what we accomplished last year. We had an awesome year. We increased our sales over 1,100 sales. That's because of you guys. Everybody in this room, everybody, Dallas, Houston, they all contributed to that. That's because of you guys. We want to thank you guys for the hard work to accomplish that goal. And now, 2020, we even want to increase it even more. Dallas increased theirs by 365 from 2018. San Antonio, don't look at that one. Houston killed it in 2 locations. They did 307 in 2000, more than 2018. They had a crazy year. They had a lot of things to overcome, so proud of them too. Our bad debts, this is our repossessions, what we lose. And we can recover some of that as well. That was down from 1.5 million to 385,000. That's a crazy number we did, which is good. 385, reducing it is a good number. So Dallas killed it too. San Antonio, we made a huge improvement. Houston, you guys were actually in the negatives, but it's a positive.
What?
In that you're in the negatives, but it's a positive. So you guys killed it. We do appreciate the hard work from them last year. So this year we're gonna really focus on 3 guiding questions. We want to ask ourselves, will this help us sell more cars? Will this help us take care of our customers? Will this make Chaycon a better place to work? And I'll go through individually what we're talking about. So the first one, will this help us sell more cars? Everyone's part of sales. From cashiers, actually not cashiers, office admins, to the porters, to the LCC, to the contractors. Everybody's part of the sales, right? Even the people that dress up the cars, that put the stickers on there, that's all going to generate sales. Y'all don't understand how something simple as putting the front license plate on a car is that you're affecting sales. Putting it on right, putting it on the back, the little shake on emblem on the back. That's all advertising, right? So if we don't do those things, we're affecting sales. So, next one. We really focused on customer service this year. You've seen it all over, I think, all over the dealership. What's good for our customers, good for us. We really want to focus on that this year. Greg, little quote, if we don't take care of our customers, someone else will. Don't go somewhere else. Somebody else will treat them right. Somewhere else will roll out the red carpet for them. So we really need to treat our customers with respect, give them what they, help them with what they want, and that will help us sell more cars as well. Sometimes we do have situations where they do need help. They're in this crazy situation and the customer's life is all crazy, and we're trying to come up with some sort of solution for them. And sometimes the solution starts getting really complicated, and that sometimes doesn't even help the customer, it actually makes it worse. So we do need to keep it simple. We do need to keep some of these things simple. I'll tell you, a situation is when, I guess, you know, in the accounting side of it, customers are always calling up and saying, I lost my job, or my grandma died, or so-and-so, I need to lower my payment. And, you know, I get the question, hey, this customer wants to lower their payment. They also want to, you know, they want to lower the payment to $100 a month, and they want us to rewrite the loan with $1,000 of repairs in it. I mean, it just gets a little complicated that we don't end up helping the customer where they really need help. The other thing would be on the customer service side, if we take too long, this can lead to bad customer service. If we keep putting them off, or we don't ever return the phone call, or we say, hey, we're gonna call you back, or somebody's gonna call you back, and nobody ever does, they get frustrated, then they get pissed. And then it starts, I wanna talk to the manager, versus, hey, we would've just returned the phone call, we would've just answered what they needed, and given what they needed, then we would've avoided all that. So that's what we're trying to avoid, with that. And the last one is, sell cars the right way. This goes back to, make sure we take the time of sale, to check all the paperwork, check everything that's supposed to be checked, the name's correct, the car, we're selling the right car. I know we've had that happen before, where we sold the wrong car. It's been a long time, but it happens. You have two Mirages, silver Mirages, and instead of going and double checking the stock number, you're assuming that you're selling the right car. That causes more work, right, in the long run. And then how long does it take to catch that? Might take a month before we catch it, so it's just, we want to sell these cars the right way. And then we gotta call the customer and tell them, come on in, redo everything. That costs money and resources, so let's really focus on that. Making Kickoff better. From our meeting last year, is we're gonna continue trying to make this one Kickoff. Still trying to blend Dallas, Houston, us. We're still going through that. Also, we want to focus on developing our people. We have a lot of new faces here, and a lot compared to what we had last year. So we need to develop our new people, and our existing people. Adding value and reducing rework goes back to make sure we do everything right, make sure we take the time and really look at what we're doing, think about what we're doing to minimize mistakes. Okay? Creating and communicating culture. So we're going to work on the, making sure that we're communicating our culture to everybody, that we're really enforcing that this year. Okay, so we are one shake on. So make sure they're tearing down the wall. Because we're going to continue working on blending the Houston, Dallas, tearing down that wall. There's no Dallas way, there's no Houston way, there's no San Antonio way. Now that we have credit, now that we have all these tools, it's more transparent. Now we can work together and everybody can really see what other regions are doing, but we could also help those customers, right? We can help Houston customers, we can help Dallas customers, they can vice versa. There's no need to transfer the call, well, Dallas handles that, or Houston handles that. There's no reason to do that anymore. It's one customer, our customer. They don't care who they call, they're calling Chacon. They don't care, sometimes I've heard, well, that's not how we do it in San Antonio. So you have to call Houston. Like, what? Let's not do that anymore. Or it shouldn't be done anymore. So, I'm gonna interrupt real quick, pause. I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to make some money. Ask a question about a slide before. See who's paying attention. Whoever raises their hand first. And gets the question right.
It sounded like a lot of nervous.
You make $100. All right, you guys ready? Well, I had to get the money out.
And for those of you that know George, giving away $100, this is hard.
Oh.
So at the beginning, I had the first slide. The question is, how many total sales did Chacon have for the company for the year?
6,639.
No.
139.
No.
5369.
No, close. Come on, guys, come on. Travis?
5332.
No. You're still the closest one.
Everybody's been like Price is Right.
No. I'm trying to see which one was closer.
Albert?
Yes, sir.
5367.
5363.
Nope. Come on, you get it. Right there. Nope.
Wait, Leonard was next.
Leonard.
5368.
You're probably the closest one. You're the closest one.
5,369.
Yeah, close.
5367.
37.
Damn, we had a good year.
Jeremiah.
Okay, so.
Jerry.
Jerry, I got this. You're the closest. Jerry, right?
What was the number?
5379.
No, 70.
I did 60.
Price is Right rules.
Why don't we do?
Yeah, you can't go over.
Okay, good question. I didn't think that was gonna be that hard. I gave you guys the answer. All right, this one's an easy one, really easy, I hope. How many locations do we have as a company? Jeez. Nope. 12. Yeah.
That's not even fair.
Well, you sound great. Congratulations. All right. So I'm going to continue, and then I'll do some more questions in between. So, y'all pay attention. So, y'all set. Okay, so moving on. Adding value and reducing rework. I've already touched on this a little bit. We wanna add value. We wanna ask ourselves, are we adding value when we're doing things, right? Ensure all our tasks add value and help us fulfill goals. When you're doing something, make sure it's adding value to the company's sales, to collecting, to whatever it is. We also wanna use technology and reduce inefficiency. So this is great now. Greg's been working on, helping us with the technology side of it, which helps us become more efficient, will help us do our jobs faster, better. We have to embrace that with that. Sometimes, some of us don't wanna embrace that, and I get it, it's a change, but it's only gonna help us at the end of the day. So really embrace that. The other thing is limit transitions. Limiting transitions up.
Give me that.
Sure.
Okay, well, what that means, or what we're trying to say there is, it's sometimes it creates more difficulties when you do, like, if someone opens an envelope and they pass it to the next person takes a piece of paper out of the envelope and they pass it to the next person, and that person reads what's on the letter. So, if you can complete the task, just complete the task. Same thing with like transferring phone calls. You transfer the phone call, you get a little information from the customer, transfer it again. We just minimize that, just complete the whole task, and we don't need 15 different people involved in a certain task.
Thank you, Greg. Reducing rework. It's very costly and time consuming when we mess up. Sometimes people think it's a small thing if they mess something up, but in the back end, it may take us 2-3 hours just to figure out where that mistake comes from, how to fix it. I don't think everybody sees the back end of it. I think the other day we spent a couple hours trying to fix something minor that should have been just done right in the first place, and it would take an extra 5 seconds to figure it out. But we had to find it, figure it out, see what's going on, and fix it. Sometimes people are like, oh, I messed it up, but so-and-so will fix it. No, that's not, we can't do that. It's like, you should be able to fix it and do it right and reduce those mistakes. Reduce errors and mistakes. Follow procedures and use stick on dots. If you don't know how to do something, or you're not 100% sure, use that resource before you go ask people, before you pick up the phone. Try to figure it out on your own, because most of the stuff is there. You just gotta find it. So, figure it out before you go ask. And at that point, if you can't figure it out, come ask. Use training and carefully read emails. One of the things is there's a lot of communication via email. You send out a lot of stuff via email. It's easier to distribute that to a lot of people versus call every single person and talk to them about it. So you need to read your email. The excuse of, well, I didn't read it, or I forgot, or we got an email? I get that a lot. We got an email? Oh, I guess
Kenny?
Oh. Dang. Or the good excuse of, I forgot. Well, you can't forget. You gotta learn it, read it, at least try to figure it out before you come and ask. The last thing I wanna do is go ask Greg about something that he just sent me an email about. So I'll dig through my emails, or I'll dig through something before I go in there and look like an idiot and say, because I don't want to, I sent you an email about it. I guess I didn't read it, but I at least try to go through all the emails, at least try to do all that stuff before you ask the question. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you another question. founded, what was the name of the founder of Jake on Autos?
Bill James. Bill James.
Middle
Hey,
name.
that's Mr. Cheney, right?
What was his middle name?
You got me on that one, brother. I got you on the bill, though.
Give me $50 back.
I'll meet you after work, bro.
You wanna go to- Culture, community culture. Over the past several years, we have made many changes to promote quality of culture. We've come a long way with this, with the culture, with trying to blend Dallas, Houston, and trying to blend everything together, trying to promote the same culture across the company. You know, we want to make sure that if you come to, sorry.
Need more money away.
You know, we want to make sure that if you go visit the Dallas store, you should kind of get the similar culture that we're trying to promote. Same thing with Houston. So we're going to try to promote that same culture across the company. Where's great culture? Things we say, things we talk about here. You know, some of the stuff that sometimes we start talking about the customers, how they're X, Y, Z, and start attacking the customers, you know, in the back or in the shop, and everybody starts feeding into that. And really, then we start providing for customer service, or we really just don't help them out because we're taking it as they're just being a pain in our ass. Versus they're not. They're our customers. They're the ones that keep us here. They're the ones that, you know, that's why we have a job. And we do have to remember that at times. And I get it, sometimes the customer's screaming at you, yelling at you, telling you everything. I had old lady, sit there and point her finger right in my face last week. Get it, it happens. But it doesn't mean we have to talk about them in the back, go in the back and tell everybody, I have to do a good job, a better job of that. I think everybody does. And so, let's not tear down our customers. They're the ones that keep us employed, right? At the end of the day. Teamwork culture. Each leader depends on the other leader to do their job in pursuit of valuable outcomes with the customers. Our leaders get rewarded or fired based on how well they perform for each other. GO for General Electric. Okay. James? Just kidding. Is it your turn? So before James is gonna start, I'm gonna give you guys a third question. See if you can get it right. You can't raise your hand up before the question's done. Sorry, like this.
I got something to say.
All right. So, what year was Chacon founded? Who was first? What do you think? Marcus.
1958. Hey, I used it.
So James is gonna go ahead and do some of the sales goals and stuff like that, and I'll let him stop. I'll stop rambling, because I'm just rambling.
Before we get started, I do want to thank Greg for opting out of speaking this year. I've never seen 3 grown men cry and squirm if I have to do this public speaking.
3, 2.
I do want to welcome Kara, Natalie, and Shannon from Houston for coming down to see our meeting, so let's all give them a We got Will, Rosa, Julio, Coda, Jeremiah, Jose Jr., Angel, and the shop. All you guys are new this year. Obviously, you weren't here last year, so welcome aboard. You guys are gonna be a big part of our success going forward. So. too, we do want to increase sales this year. If you look at the other slide where Houston had this phenomenal growth, Dallas had this knockout growth, and we were like, eh. About 100 excuses why, but Greg won't listen to any of them. But it wasn't a bad year. We still all did a really good job. And whether you sold 92 last year or you sold 215 last year, everybody contributed to that total. Obviously, this year we're expecting that to grow. The internet, Thomas is now in control of the LCC, so there's actually a full-time manager. And we can already start to see the ramifications of that. There's already more better follow-up. We're getting a bunch of more web sales. I don't know about your other locations or other regions, but you can definitely tell, so keep it up. We also want to communicate better with Thomas, so if you have something, an idea, a certain phone call that Greg's got to sign up, you can't do any Black Friday sales or anything like that, but definitely pick up the phone and call so we can all know about it. Prospecting we won't get into, that's something we've always done. Web leads and credit is supposed to integrate this year, so web apps will easily transfer over to credit. That should be a big thing, and that's gonna happen
I've been told it will happen this spring.
this spring. It's winter.
2021?
Sales managers more involved. We already do a pretty good job. All the managers here, this region is getting their own deals. We're always obviously trying to get less counters. Rodney's first time attending this meeting. It's usually held on Friday, his day off. I think he told me he's looked at 17,000 deals since we started. 17,000. So if we don't do a better job, when he retires, he'll literally have no more brain cells. So obviously with the sales goals, I think we did 1661 last year. We want to increase that. We have a modest increase as compared to the other two regions. But these are very attainable goals: 1765, 1850, 2000 was a super stretch goal. Before I step off, I did want to ask a question. There was a rumor going around. By a show of hands, I just want to see who heard this rumor. Just
Me?
that we were closing our Judson location. This is a surprise. This is the first time it's being announced. Claudia, no, Jerry.
Well, Leonard's the only one that heard it.
Way to call him out.
Somebody else can.
You're the only one that heard it?
No, I called it.
Now you're here.
This is a shock to the Judson people. We are closing that store this year to a better location. I can't say where, but there's 3 quarters. This is 4-lane street. It has running water.
I did not promise that.
This should be great for all of you. And I know some of you guys have been struggling here lately. That's a hard store to run. And this is something definitely we're all looking forward to this year. There'll be more information as that's given probably the next week or two. And then this is sometime after tax season, so you guys still got some process. That's something definitely want to look forward to. With that, I'll turn it to
One more question, and then I'll let Jason talk. How many sales did the San Antonio region have this year?
It's like right there.
Was it 1661?
Yeah. Someone was San Antonio.
Yeah. I was like, it's still up there.
And the sad part is nobody raised their hand.
You still act like you didn't know, is it?
Good morning, everybody. So, I'm going to talk about a few goals for the customer service reps. Years past, you've heard us refer to this group as account reps or collectors. As George mentioned earlier, we're going to put a huge emphasis on customer service this year. When you think about customer experience, the sales process has a huge part in that, obviously, right? Once that process is over, the customer is going to have their loan for what, 2.5, 3 years, 4 years, right? So that interaction over that time is directly with the customer service rep, whether it's arranging payments, questions about CPI, what that covers. Maybe they need to schedule an oil change, right? All of those questions, all of those phone calls come to the customer service rep. So every one of those interactions has a huge impact on that customer experience. And so that's something we absolutely gotta take ownership of, and we're gonna have as I said, a huge focus on that throughout the year. Utilizing technology, we're implementing more technology as we move forward, in terms of utilizing SMS to communicate with customers, okay? We wanna utilize that to take away some of the unnecessary conversations that don't need to take place. If a customer's gonna utilize RePay to make a payment and pay their whole past due, then maybe there's not a necessary phone call that needs to take place in those situations, okay? We need to continue to make good arrangements, all right? It doesn't do us any good if we're not setting good arrangements, we're not helping the customer. You might think we are, but in the long term, we're hurting that customer. Increasing accounts per person, we want our portfolios to grow, right? If the portfolios are growing, the company's growing. If the company's growing, then that's good for everybody. We want to limit reliance on the manager. You know, customer service reps should have the ability to handle just about every situation. Now, of course, with everything, there's always a one-off situation where management has to get involved, right? That's just across the board anywhere, but we want to limit that to when it's absolutely necessary. And lastly, the objective of the phone calls to help the customer get and stay current, not to win the argument. A lot of times we get into calls where the customer has a certain feeling about the company, or a certain feeling about our process or what we're doing. Rather than trying to get to a resolution of the problem, we're sitting there fighting or maybe arguing or trying to get them to understand what it is that we're understanding. At the end of the day, we want to do that to the best of our ability, but it's not our job to sit there and go back and forth. So, you know, get to an arrangement, identify the problem, come with a resolution, and let's move forward. Okay? But these are goals that we really want to focus on this year for the customer service rep. Specific goals for office admin. Again, in years past, you've heard us refer to this position as a cashier. This position is no longer just a cashier. They do many other things. We now have online payments, we have phone payments. I think Rick mentioned in a meeting last year that RePay is now taking 50% of our payments across the board. So, the office admins are taking a lot less payments now. So they're not just a cashier, they're doing other things like recording inspection stickers, uploading photos, scanning those photos, those types of things that, you know, that we need them to do and get involved with. Some of their big goals for this year, we're going to sell 0 cars without a title. Okay? We're also going to sell 0 cars without a state inspection. Those two things are obviously